But then one of you guys sent me an email and it all makes sense. Hi and welcome to Blossom Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood with celebrities and working as an entertainment reporter. Okay, so yesterday I spoke about my experience at the Critics' Choice Award where Chelsea Handler was the host, and she started the evening basically by poking fun at the whole "it ends with us" drama. I also mentioned in previous episodes that I think it's a little bit weird. It's suspicious that none of the late night hosts have mentioned this at all. I mean, they always go out and poke fun of other celebrities and what's in the news, and they totally stay clear of this drama. But then one of you guys sent me an email and it all makes sense. Okay, so during the writer's strike, all the biggest 5 talk show hosts did a podcast together. They called it Strike Force 5. And guess who the co-presenting sponsor of the podcast was? Mint Mobile. And who is the celebrity that owns Mint Mobile? I guess who do all the promotion for Mint Mobile? Ryan Reynolds.
For the final time on this final show, go to mintmobile.com/strikeforce to learn how you can get Mint Unlimited for $15 a month for a limited time. And back to you, annoyingly talented and disturbingly generous sons of bitches.
That's
The great Ryan Reynolds.
you know what? What
We weren't
if that guy
canceled.
were here right now?
You know, it was always kind of...
And guess who was also a guest at the show, presenting Mint Mobile and making so many commercials for Mint Mobile in the show? Ryan Reynolds.
No, this isn't the... No, I'm not reading the legal. I'm still here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Reynolds has joined us. Wait, I'm sorry. Ryan, have you been doing all these these ads live during our podcast?
Yes, of course. Anything for Strike Force 5.
So Ryan Reynolds and Mint Mobile was very involved in this show. Of course, it ended when the strike was over and all the hosts went back to hosting again. Okay, so this is speculation, but I do think that probably Ryan Reynolds gave them a call and be like, hey, dudes, don't poke fun of this. You know, this is not funny to me or my wife or whatever. He doesn't want that attention. And I think it's pretty obvious that there has been talks around this and there is a reason why they're not mentioning it, because it would be the most obvious thing for them to talk about. They always poke fun at these things. Remember how much they were joking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case? So for no one to touch upon this, it's really suspicious to me. SNL as well, still nothing. I'm still waiting for them to do something, but I don't know. Maybe it's because of Scarlett Johansson's husband, who is one of the news anchors on SNL, and he feels uncomfortable joking about her ex-husband. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think, why SNL is staying away from this as well. It also seems like Ryan Reynolds cannot do anything right at the moment. I think he should just go into hiding. I think it was 2 days ago that People magazine posted a story. It showed up on my Instagram feed, and it was about Ryan Reynolds being really sad that a boy that he had met who was 15 years old and struggling with cancer had sadly passed away. And Ryan Reynolds was, you know, showing his condolences and said that this was such a great guy and blah, 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 which would be a nice thing to do in general, but everyone jumped on him. I could see in the comment section, everyone was like, you're using this situation to try and repair your own image. It's disgusting. It was like, it just continued on and on and on and on. So it's really obvious at this point that Blake and Ryan cannot do anything right. And I think they should probably just go into hiding, not engage at all with the public or with social media. Also, one of you guys sent me an interesting observation that I did not know, so thank you so much for sending me that. So there's a book about the art created around Deadpool, where all the characters are described and what the motivation was and influence and inspiration was behind creating these characters. And Nicepool is described by Ryan Reynolds himself. And what he says makes him look so bad when talking about making fun of Justin Baldoni and creating this character based on Justin Baldoni. So Ryan Reynolds is quoted in the book. In one respect, Nicepool is everything Deadpool wishes he was. Maybe that's what Ryan Reynolds thinks of Justin Baldoni. You know, easy breezy, gorgeous hair, normal face, gold-plated 50 caliber Desert Eagle pistols, and this beautiful suit. So Nicepool initially just existed to serve the purpose of introducing Dogpool. But then it evolved and grew. The idea appealed of creating this character based on guys you find in the zeitgeist right now, who are nice. Fox, I don't know how to pronounce that. Falsely nice. They may present as very progressive and enlightened. Nicepool himself identified as a feminist. But the truth is very different. They're talking about themselves as these incredible allies, but underneath that, there's something a little fake and probably awful, Reynolds says. I like that this guy was kind of paving over all this assheadery with his esoteric, hot yoga, chakra balancing nonsense, and this little top knot and all that stuff. Yeah, Justin Baldoni used to have a man bun as well, as we know. So we plant the seeds early that he's a little fake spiritual, but he also may be kind of a piece of. It just allows us not to feel too bad about taking his life brutally. I mean, seriously? And he even admits that Nicepool wasn't going to be a big character, but then they just got so into creating more around him. I mean, if this isn't revealing, I don't understand what it is. I mean, this is just like, he is describing Justin Baldoni here, and also how he thinks he's a piece of shit. Another interesting interview I came across this week was with Cameron Diaz. As you know, she was big in the 90s, but she's been like away. She's kind of taken a long break from Hollywood, and she just came back with a movie with Jamie Foxx. It's on Netflix. Anyways, she was doing a podcast interview, and she talked about how Hollywood had changed after Me Too and how she felt so safe on a set now as a woman. And she kept going on about it. Just listen to this.
How has your POV changed?
Well, the industry is so different. I mean, I definitely have to say that the Me Too movement changed everything. Look, I mean, I have never in my entire career had HR come in prior to a movie and talk about what is appropriate and inappropriate behavior, and a hotline, which Netflix has, to call anonymously to report any issues that you might be feeling.
Yeah, she basically says that Me Too changed everything, and she felt so safe working on this Netflix project. She had there was a hotline, there was an HR department that was so present, and she never felt that unsafe on set.
So I was like, wow, that's amazing. The level of security and safety you feel as a woman now on set I had never have felt that before this film.
And when you look at how Blake Lively described her situation on It Ends With Us, that she felt unsafe and basically harassed and all that stuff, it doesn't make that much sense to me, especially thinking that, you know, if anything happens to you in these situations, you have a big army of people that are there to help you. I just looked up how many agents and managers and publicists Blake Lively has. She has 4 agents, 1 manager, and 1 publicist. And all of these also have assistants, apparently. So her agents' names are Elise Schertz, Michael DeVoe, Sarah Self, and Warren Zavala. And her manager's name is Justin Gray Stone, and she has a publicist called Leslie Sloan that we talked about here. So why did she not call any of these people when she had issues on the set of It Ends With Us? Also, I've heard people talking about, you know, how SAG, the union for actors, are very, very strict about these things. If you complain to anyone there, they would take care of things. They would shut down the set and the shoot and, you know, start investigating and never let these things go too far. But according to Blake Lively's lawsuit, she just let these things happen over and over and over again. And she never complained even to, I haven't seen any complaint to HR departments. There's been talk about that she was talking to HR, but haven't seen any evidence. That might be wrong, but it doesn't seem like she complained about this to anyone. And if she started complaining to Ryan Reynolds about it, I'm sure he would have stepped in immediately to shut these things down, that she felt uncomfortable in these intimate scenes. So, no, it doesn't make any sense to me. And especially when hearing how Cameron Diaz is explaining how amazing it is to be working in Hollywood right now because she feels so safe as a woman. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it for me on a Sunday. I hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend and that you subscribe to Flawsome Talk if you haven't yet and hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode of Flawsome Talk ever. So yes, keep sending me tips and leave comments. I don't always have the time to read all the comments because there's a lot going on and there's so much engagement, which is amazing. But if you have anything important you want to tell me, DM me on Instagram or send me an email and I'll get back to you. And yeah, thanks again for watching. You guys are amazing. And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.